Hello there. Welcome to Sumit Academy. I do hope that you have subscribed to my channel. Do subscribe now so that you do not miss out on my previous or future videos. In this video, the 10th in the series on current affairs, news you can use, we shall analyze the news about the appointment of an Indian American scientist as head of the National Science Foundation. Secondly, the news about China losing a WTO dispute over market economy status. And finally, about the Indian Army tweaking battle physical efficiency test policy for women. In our first analysis, we have the news that the US Senate has confirmed the appointment of eminent Indian American scientist Dr. Sethuraman Panchanathan as the director of the National Science Foundation, a top American body supporting fundamental research in non-medical fields of science and engineering. Dr. Panchanathan would head the NSF, the top American science funding body that has an annual budget of 7.4 billion US dollars. He is considered as a transformational leader whose human-centered efforts have led to positive changes on a global scale. His unanimous confirmation by the US Senate at a time of bitter political divide is rare in the current Congress and reflective of his popularity as a top scientist. In fact, his nomination process was fast-tracked by the Senate. He has replaced Franz Cordova, whose 6-year term ended in March, as the 15th director of the NSF. He has made it his personal mission to inspire, empower, and serve humanity through life-changing innovations that have the potential to alter the face of how we view different abilities on a global scale. He is the second Indian American ever to be nominated to the prestigious science position, with the first being Dr. Subra Suresh, who served from October 2010 to March 2013. He is recognized as a leader in the field of human-centered computing and informatics. In our second analysis, we have the news about China losing a dispute to the European Union at the World Trade Organization for a market economy status, as Beijing allowed the dispute to lapse. China spent 4 years fighting for market economy status, a designation that would give it stronger footing with commercial partners, while also curtailing their ability to retaliate over trade disputes. According to the European Union, China subsidizes its industries to a great extent, particularly steel and aluminium, making their sales prices in the international market unfair. After the latest developments to protect their industries, the European Union and the United States will be able to apply high anti-dumping tariffs on goods from China. Similar issues have also been faced by India in terms of dumping of low-cost products by China. India has imposed anti-dumping duties on many occasions on several items. The move also bodes well for the United States, which is engaged in a nearly identical Chinese dispute. China decided to drop the matter after the WTO, in an interim ruling, rejected the argument that Beijing's 2001 agreement to join the WTO automatically granted it the right to be treated as market economy in anti-dumping investigations after 15 years. The resolution is a major setback for China as the European Union steps up efforts to limit its expansionist practices into the European continent. On the same day that China allowed the dispute to lapse, the European Union announced an unprecedented attempt to block Beijing's subsidies to exporters. The 27-nation bloc also unveiled a proposal to protect European companies from Chinese takeovers. It has long been feared that certain companies may be targeted by Chinese rivals. But the sharp economic downturn caused by the recent virus outbreak and steep falls in share prices across the continent have increased the vulnerability of businesses for potential foreign bids. The European Commission also plans to prevent public contracts from being awarded to foreign companies that take government subsidies and then bid on public procurement contracts at below market rates. In a third news analysis, we have the news that the Indian Army has changed its policy regarding applicability of Battle Physical Efficiency Test, the BPET, for women officers, women cadets, and women recruits. The Army has now made it mandatory for all women officers, including those commissioned before 2009 and above 35 years of age, who were earlier exempt from it. The BPET is a series of physical tests that are meant to test the physical fitness of an officer or a soldier to perform military tasks. For women officers, this includes a 5-kilometer run, a 60-meter sprint, climbing vertical rope up to a certain height, traversing horizontal rope up to a certain distance, and jumping a 6-foot ditch. The new order has also laid out new standards which have to be met by women in the Army, including the time in which they have to complete the tasks. Well, that's all from me in this video. This video is based on the information freely available on the internet. No originality is claimed for the same. The intention of this video is only to prepare candidates for the examination. Do like this video and do share with your friends. And remember, do subscribe to my channel now so that you do not miss out on my previous or future videos. Till later then, cheerio.